Hey guys, welcome back. AuraBomb here, bringing another episode of our PTCGO content. This is 4 days in a row of straight uploads. I hope you guys are proud of me. The growth has been really real because of it. You guys have been supporting greatly. Today we're going to be playing the most highly requested deck. I think everybody wanted me to play this deck, and that is Decidueye. Who's messaging me? Oh, Mudkip, what's up, dude? How you doing, bro? But yeah, this is the most requested deck. Now, Decidueye is kind of weird because it's hard to pair things with a Decidueye deck while keeping Decidueye consistent. So since I am going to be replaying all these different ideas but like in different decks at some point, I decided to go straight Decidueye with Tauros in today's video. Now, a couple things before we go into the deck list, before we go over it. A couple things I want to talk about. That was a Lurantis video I did yesterday. A big thing I saw was people saying you should have done Vileplume here, you should have done Vileplume here, you should have done Vileplume here, or I misplayed here, I misplayed there. Okay, first things first. With all of these lists, they're brand new sets. I've never touched these decks before. These are going to be the only times I ever do them. You guys know I have 3 jobs and I'm a full-time student. I only record at 2 a.m.-ish. And then if I get home early, I stream early. But just because I want to be able to interact with you guys. So there's going to be mistakes made. They're brand new decks. It's a brand new format and I'm a tired person. But the one big thing I saw actually in the Lurantis Vileplume was everybody was telling me I should have evolved into Vileplume right away. A lot of you guys misunderstand that I don't want to put Vileplume in play until my Vileplume has a Floatstone. I played 2 of them and we're running through our deck. So the chances are we will put down the Floatstone. So that's why I don't do it until the end of my turn when I can't draw anymore, I can't play any more cards, there's no more items to play. At the end of my turn, I will evolve into Vileplume. Even if I risk missing Vileplume. I gotta stress this a month. In my belief, I may be incorrect about this, you may disagree with me, but this is my opinion. When you're playing Lurantis Vileplume is only important in some matchups, not every single matchup. It's nice, it definitely hinders your opponent, it slows them down a lot, but Lurantis is so strong on its own that I'd rather miss the Vileplume. I'd rather risk missing the Vileplume to dig for a Floatstone than I would actually land the Vileplume. A lot of people actually miss that idea. Maybe it's because I wasn't explaining it well, which is probably the case. I've never played Item Lock before. It's such a fast-paced deck that maybe I misexplained things like that. But I'm not going to put down a Vileplume, especially when my Oddish is active. I'm not going to evolve into a Vileplume when I'm going to have a 3 retreat cost Pokemon and I don't play Olympia in the deck. It's going to be item locked, so I can't play switches or escape ropes. It's going to be stuck in the active. I have to manually attach 3 turns in a row or risk it dying. I'm not going to leave it in the active like that just for no reason. But anyways, that aside, be sure you guys keep that in mind too, because it's very important. There's a lot of people who just like, oh, item lock, I gotta play right away. And then they lose because they realize that it's a 3 retreat cost Pokemon and they whiff their Olympias, or they risk the Olympia. Risking the Olympia is already scary enough because you're only going to play 2, maybe 3 in the deck. You're risking a lot hoping to top deck at Olympia at some point, or maybe you have it in your hand. That's the only other reason you would leave it active. Anyways, I'm off my thing for that. That was kind of annoying because I just saw a bunch of comments saying that I'm a bad player when they're misunderstanding my reasoning behind doing stuff like that. Anyways, we are playing Decidueye. Decidueye is one of the most hype cards that come out of this set. I think it's a really cool card. Definitely one of the best to come out in a long time. It has 240 HP. Grass type, so it gets supported by Forest. It has an awesome ability in Feather Arrow. Once during your turn before you attack, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. It has a decent attack for grass and a double colorless Razor Leaf does 90. And then Hollow Hunt GX is really cool in the right decks, in the right times. You can put 3 cards from your discard pile into your hand. So any 3 cards, doesn't matter what they are. I think it's a really cool way to get back your resources late game, so you can continue sniping things. There is a couple different builds of it. I know there's a really popular Donk build right now, playing Latios and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't really care. about Latios, to be honest. I don't care about donking. Donking is not my thing. So I wanted to play straight Decidueye Tauros. I wanted to try this out. I actually built this deck, but I haven't played it yet, and I'm very interested to see how it does. And it gives me an excuse to play Tauros, which I'll go over Tauros in 1 second. Now, 240 is weak to fire, so I am playing Weakness Policy again, just because Volcanion's so big. And Rowlet's cool, and Dartrix can even attack too. Does 20 damage when your opponent's Pokemon. Sharp Blade, cool. Just another way to like put damage on the board in case you whip the Olympia. With the Decidueye, we are playing a 1/1 line of Morlul Shiinotic. This is a deck that I feel like needs Shiinotic more than let's say Lorance's Vileplume, because Lorance's Vileplume you're already digging anyways. You're gonna be digging a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. This deck you're not really digging as much. What you're trying to do is you're trying to set up maybe 1 or 2 Decidueye turn 1, but more importantly, you're trying to be able to have a decent setup to where you can attack either turn 1 or the next turn. Because to be honest, you're winning throughout the game. You're not winning in 1 turn. You're not setting up to win in 1 turn. Not like Lorance's Vileplume where you're setting up your whole field so that the whole game they can't do anything but slowly lose to you. This deck is just like it's more like you have to be very strategic on where you place your numbers, and then you've got to be able to do damage with your other Pokemon. Like usually I would attack with Razor Leaf, but when I was testing Lorance's, or when I was testing as just a straight Decidueye build, like Decidueye balloons, bursting balloons, I didn't like it. I wasn't a big fan. I was playing it with some friends and it was only okay. That 90 damage is not nearly as good for like the attack cost that is. It's not nearly as good as I was hoping, so I decided instead of balloons, make a little bit more consistent and play Tauros. Now Tauros is cool because it has the attack Horn Attack. So for DC you're doing 60 damage. Now 60 damage with like, let's just say just 3 Decidueyes, not even all 4. That's like another 60 damage on the field. You can potentially do 120 damage only at DCE if you play that right. Now, what's cool about it too is the ability that they can't safely attack you unless they can OHKO you. And because you have the attack Rage, attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So say that we took 100 damage already. Well, in return, we were doing 120. Combine that with the 6, and now you're doing 180 damage a turn with just the 3. I mean, not even all 4. This is saying ideally we have 3 on the field. So I think that's kind of cool. Then it has the Nuke Mad Bull GX. Its attack does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So say that we had our 100 damage again. Well, with Mad Bull we are doing 300 damage. Just a nice way to nuke the field. So we have 2 GX card options. Really depends on what kind of decks we're facing, and we will use whichever one we need to use and the situation that we're in. So I think this deck's a little bit more versatile than other Decidueye decks. So I think that's pretty cool. Plus you have the option to attack with Decidueye too, so in case you want to have a consistent 90 damage instead of consistent 60, you can. That just takes a little bit longer to set up. Now we are also playing 2 Shamans for the draw support, because like I said, we do still want to draw our deck down a little bit as much as we can until we get our Decidueyes on the field, but the chances are we're not going to get them all on the field in turn 1. I just need that to be very, very clear, because our focus is to set up a Tauros while having a couple Decidueyes. Okay, we are also playing 2 level balls to grab our our Morluls, Rowlets, and Dartrixes. I get them on the field. 1 Revitalizer, because we will be discarding Pokemon. We can use Revitalizer in the back, and we can also use Hollow Hunt to get back a Revitalizer if we need to. 1 Super Rod, 4 males, because we are playing Forest, so I think 4 males is kind of important. 4 Ultra Balls, because we do have a lot of Pokemon we want to search. 4 VS Seekers, because VS Seekers. 4 Forest, 2 Lysanders, standard stuff. 2 Ends, 1 Kukui. I like Kukui because you know, that extra damage could be kind of key. This is a deck all about adding up damage in a very specific way, so Kukui is one of those cards that kind of fit really well in this deck. Plus, you know, draw 2. Sycamore. So once again, we do have what was it, 4, 6, we have 7 draw options in this deck. It's kind of cool. We are playing 2 floats because everybody appreciates the float stones. 2 weakness policy just to help mitigate the Volcanion matchup, because Volcanion will need to discard 30, 60, 90, 120. They had to do all 4 steam ups to knock out a Decidueye. So if we have weakness policy, which is a lot to ask of the opponent, so I think that's kind of nice. And we are playing 5 grass energy. Not too many grass energies because we do want to attack with Tauros, but they're there as an option for Decidueye. This is literally an untested deck, so let's see how we do. I just want to make that very clear because I know that a lot of people. I mean, I appreciate it. Like I don't know. Like I don't want to sound like petty or mad or anything like that, because I'm not trying to be like, I'm not mad that that like so many people say that I messed up. Like, it's in the Umbreon video, completely understandable. That was my own fault because, you know, I thought it had 220 XP. I made the same mistake in my own Lurantis video where I thought Lurantis had 220 XP. So just something I have to get used to. Once again, I'm not used to these cards. And they'll start. It's just, ooh, look at that full art Ultra Ball. Guys, I have 2 of them now. I am 2 away from having a playset IRL. Ooh, it's so exciting. I might do some pack openings on the channel. I know I definitely want to do some with Poi. This is a decent start if we can land this male. Now, we're not going first, so hopefully he doesn't end us. Well, maybe he should. I don't know. It all depends on like how this turn wraps up. If he does play end, we get 1 extra card out of it. He's playing Nest. He's playing a lot of search options, and he's also playing Hex. Hex would be kind of annoying. I wonder what kind of deck he's playing. He might be playing Water Box, but I don't know what type he's playing. I'm just assuming Water Box because I saw like a lot of Nest Balls and stuff like that. Oh, look at this. 3 Rowlets on the field. Ooh, might not be Water Box. It might be a Grass deck. I don't know. I can't really tell you because I'm not really sure what I'm playing yet. Ooh, the Faded Town. He's preventing any... I don't know why he played that. That was such a horrible play on his part. Unless he's trying to bait me. Do I play that down? I don't know if playing that down is a good idea. Now, let me play this first. Sure. I'll play the Floatstone. I don't want to play down the Rowlet yet. I think he's trying to bait me to play this, but whatever. The reason why is because I want to have room for maybe a Tauros, the Shiinotic, and a possible Shaman in case, because I'm probably going to need one. So that's the only reason why I'm not playing down the Rowlet. I want to keep my bench space open. Let's see what he can do though. Oh, there's the Ultra Ball. I'm assuming he just top decked that, or else he should have played that last turn. I still don't know what he's playing though. There's a Shaman draw. I don't know what he's doing. I'm very, very curious. I didn't look at his typings. He's playing Faded Town. So it's not... Oh, is he playing Passimian? Passimian's kind of a decent matchup for us. Depending on a couple of things. Like, you know, getting our Pokemon out. Because if he gets a DC this turn, our Dartrex is gone. Which is kind of upsetting because that's the one I attached Floatstone to. We are not setting up very well. Hopefully he plays an N. That'd be ideal. If he can get an N and play it, that'd be amazing for us. There's a Dark Energy, so he's not going to be able to team play this turn. Which means we got another turn to get Grass Energies. Well, at the very least, we can... well, because I don't want the Floatstone one to die, I am going to retreat into this one. And I'm going to go ahead and start attacking. I'm going to attack the Shaman. Well, let me think about this. This has 150 HP. So, even if I were to Mad Bullet twice or Horn Attack it twice, we're only going to be doing 60, which is not enough to knock it out even after the attack. So, because I can... maybe Razor Leaf this for a knockout, and if I get up into Decidueye, I can get 2 prizes off the Shaman. I am going to attack the Shaman instead, just because I want to get prizes because I'm stuck. And the longer I'm stuck, the worse I'm being. So now he attached that there, which is kind of annoying. He got the Sycamore. Ugh, what a shame. We're going to be blown away to game 1. We're bricking. But then again, this is exactly why I don't think things like Lurantis and... well, what is it? Oh my god, this is so bad. We're going to lose a Pokemon here soon. Do I bench that? I can bench it the turn I lose it. I'm just going to go ahead and keep Shardblade Quilling. We'll just keep trying to go for the Shaman. The sooner we get a knockout, the better. This is exactly why I don't think things like Decidueye, Lurantis, like things that play such heavy evolution lines are ever going to be like broken, as people are saying, because I think it's broken because I like to exaggerate what I say. It's really that simple. I think anything that beats me is busted. It's really that simple. But because you're playing such a heavy line of Pokemon... Oh, is he going to Sky Return? Oh, he's going to start trying to Sky Return. What was that? Huh? Did he do it just to get in the discard pile? Why does he want it in the discard pile? Huh. Also, he lost a switch. What if he needed that switch? Anyways, we're set now. Even if he knocks us out, we have Revitalizer, which is great. I actually kind of like Revitalizer here because that puts us more Pokemon down the bench. If I can get a Tauros, that would be ideal because I have the DC in hand. We'll see what we can get off the Shaman play. And I want to play down Revitalizer anyway, so as long as he doesn't play down another Stadium, we'll be okay. Anyways, now he's going to start doing big damage, so yeah. We're in a decent position, I think. From this hand, we can start sniping down that Shaman a little bit more. Probably going to snipe down the Mew because it's like a free attack or a free knockout. I have to evolve. I might just evolve the bench one, but no, I need to attack also. Now we have 2 attachments. Oh, this sucks. At least this way we avoid a knockout here. I'll go ahead and attach a float stone to this one. And I don't want to attach it, not until I get a Tauros. Tauros is, oh, wait a minute. Tauros is weak to fighting. Never mind. I'll attach here. Tauros is weak to fighting, that could be a problem. I'll play down Shaman. I'm not going to play Tauros this game. No Tauros for me this game. Just remember that it's weak to fighting. There, speaking of which, I would have even gotten it too. We have another Dartrix. Because we don't need the bench space for Tauros anymore, I think I'm okay to play this down. I don't want to lose my DCE, but we have more. We have a few more. I think I'm okay losing it. Plus I have Hollow Hunts if I want to get them back. I definitely want to get out more Decidueyes. We have Kukui too, which is really nice. But I'm probably gonna play Sycamore next turn to get our DCEs. That's what I'm gonna do, right? I can get 40 damage on this, putting it at 110 is still not gonna be a knockout, so I'm gonna have to just, oh man, good thing I have the float stone there. I'm gonna have to retreat this one though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to retreat that one. I'll go ahead and toss these. I'll make a play based on what we top deck. No, I need to get Shiinotic. My bad. To get another Decidueye out so I can get a couple more Decidueyes throughout the game. Grab Decidueye here. And I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the float stone one because I'm going to retreat this one. Because I don't want this one to take damage. Now let me think about this. Only have 2. I can wait till next turn to get a prize off that. This gets me 2 prizes, but I don't think I need 2 prizes anymore. If I were to 40 damage on this one, alright? He has 150, that'll put him at 110. Another 40 damage plus an attack would knock him out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Because this is the one that's set up and I don't want this thing to be a problem. Plus, the more damage he has on me, the more damage I have on him, the more damage I can put on him when he goes on the bench to retreat to save it, you know what I mean? I can also Kukui attack, and that should knock him out from there, because he only has 110 HP left. But that's assuming I get my DCE. I need to get my DCE first. There's another DCE back there, which is going to be a problem. There's a Lily. I don't really agree with Lily, but I guess in a deck like this where you're kind of going all in turn 1, it makes sense. We had a really bad beginning though, but at the very least we're gonna get another Decidueye out. We did play both of our float stones, which is kind of a problem. 110 damage, it's not even a 2-shot, my god. Let me go ahead and grab a thing first. We have all 4 Decidueyes in the deck, which is great. None of them are prized. None of our evolution prizes line is prized. That's kind of ridiculous now that I think about it. We didn't get DC though, which is a little bit unfortunate. We don't need the weakness policy. I'm definitely gonna Sycamore though because I don't have my DC and I don't want to get it. Just to get the weakness policy out of the deck. There's a DCE. I guess I could grab my last Decidueye. Now I have them all in the field. So now we're doing a free 20, 40, 60, 80 damage Unfortunately, it's not enough to knock out anybody except for that Shaman back there. Oh no, we can't because of the thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to attack with that one. So let me retreat this one. I'm going to knock this one out. So 90 damage, that puts him at 130. So one more, right? That'll put him at 60. 60 plus 90 is 150. So let me go ahead, we'll do 1 to this one. And I could do 3 to this one and knock it out. Or, well, I can do 3 to this one next turn. I don't really, I don't have a reason to like attack this one right now. I could just knock something out for free. And as the game winds down, I can eventually target that one down. Feather Arrow. We get a free prize off this. Maybe it's something useful. I don't think we need anything right now though. There's a DCE that could be really useful later. And I will go ahead and Razor Leaf for knockout here. And we'll get a Sycamore. So we have a DCE attachment for next turn. Probably going to attach it to one of these undamaged ones. We have the whole field sorted out. There's nothing else we really need to do. If I need to Hollow Hunt later, I can, in case I start running out of energies. I do only have 2 grass energies left. So something to keep in mind. There's no way he can knock me out. So I'm going to go into my other Decidueye. And what do I do here? I do one damage counter, and then I knock him out with Razor Leaf. And in the meantime, I'm going to weaken the Shaman. I think that's what I do. That means I win the game faster. Yeah, I like that plan. We'll do that. There's a Kukui. Oh, he might knock us out if he gets like revives and stuff like that. I think so. Does 30 damage for each of your bench. I mean, no, that's game. Alright, game 1. Hopefully I didn't mess that up in any way. I like how even though I do misplay, which I do a lot, I still win my games. That's pretty dope. The only one I need to go rewatch my game against the Yveltal deck with Lurantis. I mean, I definitely misplayed because I didn't notice the prize exchange. I didn't even think about I didn't even think about the GXs giving out 2 prizes. We're fighting Water Psychic. Don't know what that is. Could be Mew and Water Box. I don't know. I guess we'll find out here, but we have the advantage. Grass is such a great type right now. Even though it does lose to Volcanion, it does hit a lot of things for weakness. Like, I kind of think Zygarde is going to be a deck that pops up again, because there's a pretty decent amount of cards that are weak to Dark. This is kind of annoying. Why do we always have bad hands? Hopefully we get a good couple draws off of his things. I need a Forest if I'm going to win. Let's see what he's playing. Max definitely looks like a Water Box. Must be playing Mew and Water Box. I could see it. Mew to hit the Mewtwo's. I don't really know if I agree with it, but it's there. Can't really be mad at it. I need to get a Forest off this though. Or like, I need an N. That's what I need. But in Water Box we can actually play with Tauros here, which is great because Water Box is notorious for never being able to OHKO. So when you play Tauros, you kind of can take advantage of the fact that they can never OHKO your Pokemon. Now Tauros is usually better with Belt, and I'm thinking about making my own Tauros deck, maybe even Yveltal Tauros. I've heard a lot of good things about that. We got another Rowlet. It's kind of unfortunate. Oh yeah, there's the Mew. He's playing this one too. That's pretty cool. Glaceon is going to be a bit of a problem because we can't attack regularly, but we can always retreat around and snipe things on the bench. Plus we have regular Tauros, which takes care of that issue as well. Especially since like the strongest attack in his with his Crystal Ray. So we'll be okay. But I definitely have to play Lapras Water Box. That is a deck I also built. By the way guys, I forgot. I am still giving out Full Art Shaman. I am still giving out Full Art Sycamore. I just want to mention that every video for the new people, because we do get a lot of new people every day that watch videos because they want to see the new decks. I'm still giving those away on PTCGO whenever I hit 1,000 subscribers. We're getting close. We're almost at 900. And I'll be giving out 2 Sun and Moon packs and a Roaring Skies pack to a couple people that answer the comment question down below. Today, the comment question is, who was your favorite grass starter? And I know a lot of people have hopped on the Rowlet train. I think Rowlet's adorable. I wouldn't call it my favorite though. It's kind of tough. My favorite grass starter. I like Trico because I really like Sceptile, but I don't like Trico because of Trico. Same with Bulbasaur. Same with Chikorita. What's Gen 3? That's Trico. Gen 4 is... that's the turtle. The Turtwig. Gen 5 is Snivy. I think Snivy's my favorite. Snivy's a little adorable little snake. I like Snivy. Playing Oranguru. That's interesting. I don't think Oranguru is good right now. I definitely don't think it's good at all right now, actually. Like... yeah, I don't recommend playing Oranguru right now, just because, like, asking to draw a card. Look at that. He's wasting his escape ropes because he wants to draw with Oranguru. Like, that's kind of bad. Oranguru is relying on you having such a low hand, and then, like, to achieve a low hand, you have to be playing a lot of items, and item lock is a very popular thing right now. So it kind of gets beaten by that. So I don't know how I feel about it. He got Manaphy. Did he get anything else? Oh, he got another water energy. Alright. Cool, I guess. Can he do anything? Or is he just stuck with that one card? Lysander. Okay. Could have played that next turn. But that's fine, I guess. He literally just switched out my Rowlet 3 times. Is this the original Rowlet that was out? He played one escape rope. He played a second. So he played one escape rope. So this went to the bench. He played a second escape rope. So he went back to the active. And now he played a Lysander. So I went back to the bench. So this is actually not the original Rowlet. Cool. Is he going to end his turn? Like, come on, dude. Sycamore, thank you. We're losing a lot here. If I get Tauros. I can just get Tauros right now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. The thing is, what do I do with this? I can play Shaman, draw 3 off the Shaman. I don't want to lose Dartrix, and I don't want to lose these VS Seekers. Like, I don't want to lose them so early in the game. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to Super Rod for 1 energy. It's because I want to draw as much as I can off this Shaman. Alright, let's see if I can get an N. I doubt it, but, you know, might as well try it out. Besides, I want to get Force and stuff as well. So there's a couple things I want to get here. Morlow's cool. I didn't want to lose 3 VS Seekers, but that's going to have to be the case. And it's okay. We have Revitalizer in the deck still. So we'll be okay. And this game is going to be playing a lot of Tauros. We did get 1 line out, but we didn't get an energy, which is kind of annoying. I can Shiinotic, but I don't really need to Shiinotic, that's the thing. I don't have any float stones yet either, but I think this will be okay. We're going to give float stones eventually. We have a line in the discard pile already. I don't want to rely on Revitalizer. I don't think I'm going to get out all 4 Decidueyes this game anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and grab a Shiinotic, if it's in the deck. Yeah, we already have a Decidueye prized, but we don't have any more Rowlets. But it's okay, we don't need any more. There's Shiinotic. I'm going to grab Shiinotic. We'll go ahead and grab a Dartrix. And who do we damage? We don't damage the water types because they could get Rough Seas. So we're not going to do that. I can 2-hit KO Glaceon if I get enough Decidueyes out, just to be sure. Whoops. Oh, don't want to do anything with that. My bad. I just clicked the audio. That's my bad if this sounds weird for a second. But I'm going to go ahead and put down the Dartrix. And I will weaken... I'll weaken a Mew. Yeah, I didn't attach last turn, but as you see, like, everything went to good use. I managed to draw some stuff. I did lose a bunch of VS Seekers though, so rip me. Rip me, but we did get out a pretty decent start. It's an okay start. He's down to 0 cards, and I have a Sycamore in hand, so we'll be okay. I like this start. Even though I did lose my VS Seekers. He's not getting anything. He's playing Palkia. I don't think Palkia is good. I don't know why people play Palkia. Like, it's interesting, I guess, but, like, I don't know. Unless you're building a deck around Palkia, it's not really a good card to just throw in a deck. Oh, he got Sycamore. How fortunate of him. For him, I mean. Let's see. He can start attacking with Glaceon, which is fine. He lost an energy switch 2 trainer mails, a Skyla, Nest Ball, Max Elixir. Alright, we'll see what he can do here. If he starts attacking with Glaceon, I definitely need to get out Tauros. I need to get a Floatstone, I need to get Tauros, I need to get a DCE. That's the strategy here. We did lose 3 VS Seekers, so a lot of our draw support is neutered, and we have an N gone. So the only things left in our deck is maybe 2 Sycamores, an N, and a Kukui. So hopefully we can get a decent amount of cards off this Sycamore. But we can get prizes, which I think is pretty important. I'm going to try attack with this one because it's undamaged. Oh, I already attached. Whoops, that's my fault. I shouldn't have attached. I just, that was instinctual. I didn't want to attach. I did not want to attach. I should not have attached. We can knock out a Mew here though. Weakness policy doesn't help us too much. No Revitalizer yet. We do have everything that I needed though. But I don't have a reason to grab him quite yet. What I do want to do is see if I can get a prize, and that prize be like a Rowlet or something. That would be ideal. There it is, perfect, cool. So with the Rowlet, now I can dig a little bit for the Revitalizer. I can put that down now. Because I want to play N, so I don't have to discard this Decidueye like I was originally planning to. So I can dig a little bit for the Revitalizer. I can toss away Weakness Policy and Lysander because I feel like what's more important is keeping my draw support alive. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think that's the plan for next turn. I'll go ahead and pass for here. For now, I mean. He seems to not be getting the Rough Seas, which is interesting. I don't have a reason to play Shiinotic anymore. We still don't have... I'm going to Ultra Ball for the Tauros. That way I don't have to draw it and I have more of a chance to get a DCE off this. Now if I can get my Revitalizer, I'll be in a decent position. I can get back a... I mean, the only thing I want to get back is 1 Dartrix, but I guess I'll get back a Rowlet too, and then use it as like discard fodder. We're only going to be rocking with 3 Decidueye this game anyways. But we have the Floatstone, which we can attach to the active. Look at that, that's a 4-hit KO. We got a Grass Energy. I'm not attaching it this time, I promise. Let me go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to keep my draw support alive. Grab Tauros. Definitely want to get a DCE off this N. That would be ideal. We're only drawing 5 off of this, so hopefully we can get something. There it is. The rest of the hand is kind of bleh, but it's better than nothing. We can actually attack. 60 damage plus 40 is only 100, not really worth it quite yet. But is it though? I don't know actually, because then he might dig for Rough Seas. If he attacks me, I'm going to be blowing this man away with 90 damage. Didn't get Revitalizer yet. I'm going to have to play N next turn. Okay, let me go. Actually, I can blow him away with Mad Bull as well whenever he damages me. I might have to do that because he's so set up. Let me go ahead. Let's Feather Arrow. This is weak to grass. I don't want to Feather Arrow those things. Sure, whatever. Another easy prize, I guess. We'll take advantage of that at the very least. And I will go ahead and Horn Attack here for 60. Another reason why I don't want to Feather Arrow is because if he does play the Rough Seas, I don't want him to like randomly put it down and then completely ruin my my damage that I did by 30. That's going to be a lot of damage to heal up from the Decidueye, so I don't want that to be a thing. If he lands Sanders out my Decidueye, that's going to be kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. There it is. Well, he still can't knock us out. Well, he can actually, because he can attack us with the other attack, right? The Crystal Ray, or Second Bite, that does 80 damage, 80 damage. No, 80 damage is not enough to knock us out, so we're good. Unless he... Yeah, that's not going to knock us out. Oh, wait a minute, it does 160. What does it do? I thought it was based on his damage. Oh, on our damage. Oh, there goes a there goes a Decidueye. That kind of sucks for us. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. That kind of makes me want to play. Well, I'm actually gonna play N. I don't know what I'm thinking, but nah, it's pretty garbage. That sucks pretty hard for us. How can we come back from this? I mean, I'm gonna play N. That's one way. I'm gonna play N. I'm not going to play the grass energy down quite yet. I'm gonna play this just because, you know, get it out of the deck since I'm playing N anyways. Let me go ahead. No, I have to play N first. That way I draw 5. And that way he's down to 4 as well. We got another Floatstone. We're not getting our Revitalizer, but I mean, it's to be expected. I could always Hollow Hunt to get cards back, which I think I'm going to have to do at some point. Do I do it this turn though? No, I'm going to do it the turn I get a DCE, because then I can retreat and then attack. For now, let me grab a prize. Hollow Hunt will put back 3 cards. That include. I want to play Revitalizer, then use Hollow Hunt to play another Revitalizer. I think that's what I want to do. Shaman's kind of meh right now. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and Horn Attack here. All right, let's see what he can do now. I think he knows not to attack us, so he's probably going to keep playing Lysander a couple of turns. We have a Floatstone. He's going to try to avoid the knockout by switching out, I think. That was a good play too. With a lack of VS Seekers, and by lack I mean 0, it's going to be kind of hard to Lysander out the Glaceon. But either he doesn't play Rough Seas or he's just whiffing them all, because my god, we have gone away with a lot. This matchup is not the best for us either. As soon as he brings out something that gets O-code by a Razor Leaf, we're going to be in a good position. But this thing being weak to Steel and not Grass puts us at quite a predicament. We have another Lysander deck somewhere though, so hopefully we can get that. Kukui might come in handy. This is going to do 80 damage. He's playing Max, so he's attaching it there. Pearl Hurricane, attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, there's the Rough Seas. So we finally played it. That's a little bit annoying, but we do have the bump. How many Rough Seas did we lose? We have lost 1, so we have 3 more in the deck. So we could probably win the Stadium War. They usually don't play 4 Rough Seas. He's really contemplating what to do. I would retreat and then attack with Pearl Hurricane, with Aqua Turbo, I mean. Just because this won't get knocked out or doesn't have the risk of being knocked out, because a Rage or a Mad Bull GX is going to be doing the work. This man's also playing incredibly slow, which is kind of annoying, because like, why wouldn't you play that Max Elixir right away? Unless he's definitely like afraid of it being a thing. Oh, he's just gonna lose all of his energies on Glaceon, straight up. Pearl Hurricane, I mean, do I knock him out? That's gonna do 140 plus 20 is 160. So what I need to do here is, there's a Lysander. Oof. I could knock this out right now. I could also GX attack Mad Bull, but then I'm losing my GX attack that I'm going to do next turn. I do knock him out with a Decidueye. That's something to keep in mind. I definitely want to take advantage of that when I can, while I can. But I need to get a DCE, which means rip Kukui, because I'm and my VS Seeker and my Lysander. I mean, because I think I have to play Sycamore here. Rip. But I want to knock this out. There's my DCE. Thank God I got it. Still no Revitalizer, although there is a chance here. Revitalizer? Nope. I guess I'll grab this for the sake of, you know, not getting it again. That way he knows. Revitalizer. No Revitalizer. I'm probably not going to play Sycamore for a while, but this might tempt him to end me, which is something I do want to happen. I do knock this out in 1 hit, so I don't have to worry too much about that. What I am going to do is I'm going to weaken this stupid thing in the back. We have another Tauros down, which is going to come in handy. Weakness policy doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and Razor Leaf for knockout. And that should be game, depending on how many prizes you have. He has 4. Okay, so that's why we couldn't get them early. One of them was prize. That's fine though. This thing does get blown away with ability, well, with Mad Bull, I should say. So I can manually retreat this and then knock him out with Mad Bull for game, which I'm going to do because that seems like fun. Goodbye. No. Oh yeah, okay, I thought I clicked the Z move. Mad Bull nuke. Look at this damage. 360 damage. Gone. Alright, well that's another game down. I'm going to play another game with Decidueye. I always play these weakness policies, but then I don't run into the fire decks I want to run into, which is fine. I mean, like, whatever. I play it for tournament play. Like, all my decks are built so I can go play a tournament. By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram, but I made top 4 at ARG, like the ARG Texas. So I got my cool little state, top 8 state, top 8 finalist state champion mat, which is really, really cool. I love it. I played, this was before, so this is in the standard format, so there's no sun and moon in it, but I did it on last Sunday. So this previous Sunday, it was really, really fun. I ran into pretty much exclusively Turbo Dark. It's kind of funny. Everybody was playing Turbo Darkrai, and I was playing like kind of like a Dragon Toolbox kind of deck. It's something a little bit rogue that beats Turbo Darkrai. Unfortunately, I lost in the second round of top 8 due to bricking. Like, I got just the worst luck ever. But every other game, like, it was so much fun. I beat Greninja, I beat Gardevoir, I beat Darkrai twice, and there was 5 rounds. Okay, I beat Greninja was the 5th round. This hand's not too bad, especially since I can use Super Rod. We're not going first though. This is a problem. Tauros-gx is actually a problem to this deck because he's gonna nuke something. So I'm gonna do my best to not damage this Tauros at all. Let me see. Round 1. What was it? I did lose one game in the top 5. I don't remember. Oh no, I lost against Turbo Dark. Which is kind of funny because, like, I beat the decks I shouldn't beat, but I lose against the decks that I should beat. I bricked one game because I started Shaman and then he got a full setup and donked me pretty much, so unfortunate there. And then the game that I lost in top 8, I started Hoopa one game, started Shaman the other game. These things happen. It's just Pokemon. What are you going to do? Parallel City is annoying. Is he benching me? He's not benching me. He's weakening damage. This is Turbo Dark with Tauros. That's going to be kind of frustrating to deal with. I want to get a forest off this. I didn't get a forest. 1, 2. Get a card. Not enough. Unless I play Shaman. I'm gonna try it. So 1. We'll do this first. Sure. Because if I do get I'm only drawing 4. This is my only Shaman too. It wasn't my best play. That sucks. I know the things in my hand, in my deck. I probably should have checked if I had Shaman, but I couldn't check. This is my first time searching through the deck. Cause, like, what I want to do is try to get a forest down and then Ultra Ball again for a thing, but it's not gonna happen. So I think I'm gonna get my own Tauros first. The Tauros Wars will begin. And then I am gonna go, oh, no, I can't do it anymore. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that was definitely a misplay. Ah, there it is. There's the misplay. There's the misplay I was waiting for. Stupid 2:40 in the morning. Okay, well, these things happen. What I should have done is I should have just got rid of, I did my original plan, get rid of Decidueye and the Grass Energy, play my Super Rod. So now I'm gonna bank on this Shaman giving me a lot of cards. This play is a little bit riskier, and it gives me less Decidueyes on the field. But I'm only going to need to have 3 on the field at one time anyways. Hopefully he doesn't play any Ninja Boys. We missed it completely. I hate this game. Why do we keep missing everything? Oh, I'll put the one thing back, and I know I have Revitalizer this time, so hopefully I can get it. Play Sycamore now. There's my force. How are you guys here so late? Guess I'll attach a grass to the back. Should I attach it here? Where do we get off this? There's a level ball. That's kind of nice, actually. We have a VS Seeker in hand already. Yeah, I like level ball. We can get another Dartrix here, or more lol. I might get more lol. Full ball for now. Do I attach the Tauros? That's the real question. I think I don't. Morlul, Shiinotics in the deck. We have 2 Decidueye, 1 in the discard pile, so we have 3 in the deck. We have 2 Dartrix, 1 in the discard pile, but we only need 2, so that's kind of good. So we can take advantage of this. I'm going to grab a Morlul because I'm going to play Sycamore next turn, and I want to be able to search for Pokemon as opposed to get a Dartrix this turn. This is tough because I do want to attach to this, but I also want to attack with Tauros as soon as possible, because the person that gets a second attack is more likely to win, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Tauros is my main attacker anyways. I might as well just do that. Also, my phone is buzzing on the other side of the room. I don't know what's going on, but it just like blew up. Excuse me for all the background noise. That's a cool box. I like the box a lot. There's a belt. The belt kind of puts me in a problem because if he horn attacks me, I'm not going to be able to knock him out anymore. Ah, the Revitalizer. The clutch Revitalizer. Before I Sycamore, let's go ahead and grab a line. Do I make it active? If I make it active, it does give him a harder time knocking us out. Sure, why not? We can start damaging the bench. I'll do that at the end of the turn. For now, let's grab our Sycamore. Okay, so the start's not nearly as bad as I was expecting it to be, at the very least. That's cool about decks like these. You can come back from mistakes like I made. No Ultra Balls. We do have this, which I would rather attach here, to be honest, than another Grass Energy. Since we're limited on Grass Energies, I want to keep them on Decidueye at some point. But I can also... Oh, there's a Floatstone. That actually is super clutch. Yeah, I'd rather attach it here. A Mad Bull GX would knock us out, but I'm not going to attack. So maybe I should have attached there. Whatever, we'll go ahead and Feather Arrow for now, up here. And yeah, I don't think I want to attack. You know what, I'll attack with a Rage. Rage won't do much. It won't put me in range. So we'll just Rage here. There's a Sycamore, so we got the Sycamore that I needed. What did he lose? 2 VS Seekers and a Ninja Boy. So he does play Ninja Boy, but he lost 2 VS Seekers too. It puts my mind a little bit at ease, because that means he's down to like 1 VS Seeker. He missed the Max Elixir. That kind of sucks. I do really like, because like the thing with Darkrai is he couldn't attack us. That's really nice. I'm gonna keep using Rage, but I'm gonna attack first, of course. Do I Lysander? I could also Horn Attack this. Kind of grab 2 prizes quickly. Also gets rid of this thing. I have, how many VS Seekers do I have? I still have 3. I kind of like that plan. Darkrai is more of a threat over time. Let me Feather Arrow this. As long as I keep him below 60, we're in a good position. So I'm going to just stop there. I'm not going to do any more damage to him on that Tauros until I can take damage myself and then hit him up with a Rage that can knock him out combined with some Feather Arrows. That's kind of annoying for us, but that's fine. Now I do knock him out with Mad Bull, which I might take advantage of. That end is really, really nice for us if we can get some good stuff off of it. Ultra Balls are nice just so I can get Shiinotic, which will give me Decidueye throughout the game. I like Shiinotic in this deck a lot. I like the idea of getting out Pokemon throughout the game. That's annoying. Definitely want to Lysander that out as soon as I can. I do OHKO it. Rage is 70, so that definitely puts us in range of knocking him out. I'm going to go for this. Yeah, I definitely have to go for that. I don't even have a choice, really. I still have another Dartrix in the deck, right? So I don't want to lose this Rowlet, but I think I have to. Because I want to keep everything else around. Also, I'm losing a lot of draw support. I think I'm going to not... I definitely want to Lysander the Garbodor. Definitely do. I don't have a reason to not. So I definitely want to Lysander out the Garbodor. It kind of sucks. Oh well. We'll go ahead and grab a couple Decidueyes here, and by couple I mean a Shiinotic to grab a Decidueye. I can always Hollow Hunt, but I'm probably going to Mad Bull this game to take a quick prize, or 2 prizes most likely. We'll go ahead and grab this. This way we have 2 Decidueyes, and I'm going to knock out that thing because Garbodor is too much of a threat. Even if he is trying to like fake me out, I think it's worth it because we can do damage throughout the game. Even if we lose draw support, we have a lot of attacking, and we have possible Hollow Hunt options if I feel like it's something I need to do. I don't remember if I played a draw support this game. Yeah, I didn't think I did. Alright, dope. So we're only doing 60. Wait a minute, no, we're doing a lot. We have Rage. Rage is doing 90. So we can actually damage the Darkrai back there. And knock him out with a Rage. Yeah, there we go. So we take a prize here. Hopefully the prize is decent. It is a DCE. DCE is not bad. We can continue putting down DCEs on the field, which is kind of nice. He can only Mad Bull once, so that's something to keep in mind. So he'll only take a Mad Bull prize one time this game, while we're going to be taking a couple of prizes before the end of the game. We'll definitely knock out Darkrai next turn because of Shiinotic, and then probably going to knock out the Tauros as well. If he attacks me again, then I think I can knock him out with just Rage, or maybe Rage plus like a little bit of damage from Decidueye, which I like a little bit more. There's the N. We lose our DCs, but having 2 DCs in hand, not the best. Also, he gives us more draw support options, which is really nice. I'm a fan of that. By the way, drop a like, guys, if you haven't already. It is really appreciated. I know that like the likes were a little bit weak in the last episode, but that Solgaleo Lunala video got like 30 likes. That's kind of wild. That was crazy. He's trying to attach a Darkrai. Maybe he's trying to Ninja Boy that. Does he play like 3 Tauros in this deck? I don't think he should play more than 2, like ever. But that's just me. Is he really gonna attack me? Oh, he's gonna Mad Bull straight up. Does that knock me out? That does knock me out. Straight up. Alright, well, that's fine. Now I know he can't do it again, but Rage is still very scary as well. I can get up another Tauros though. That's not a big deal. Let me go ahead and do that. Hopefully I can get a DC. There's no more Tauros. Welp. Never mind. I thought there was a Tauros. Did I discard it? I think I did. Yeah, I did. That's a shame. Oh well. Well, we still get the knockout on this, which gets me 2 prizes. Let me go ahead and do that first before anything else. Because actually, what if I get an N here? I do get an N here. Yeah, never mind. I'd rather do this. I'm gonna grab the N first. Attach. That way I get as many. That way I get the maximum amount of cards off the N. And DCE, Floatstone, Kukui is really, really nice actually. He can't Mad Bull anymore, so there's no more free nukes on his part. But I get to nuke this. The thing is though, is it smart to attack? I'm trying to think about this right here. Should I attack his Tauros? Because that's gonna put him at 130, I think. Level Ball, via Seeker, they're both decent. If I attack him, that's 90 damage. That puts him at 130. 130 plus 20 is 150. That is a 2-hit KO. And he'll only be at 150, which means another 60 damage will not knock him out. I have another DC in hand, but he only needs to take 2 more prizes, and that Shaman is looking mighty tasty for him. I think I'm going to do it anyways, even if it is a misplay, just because I want... Oh, I could also Hollow Hunt here. Let's Hollow Hunt. I can grab Tauros back this way. I'm gonna Hollow Hunt. Was there another Decidueye? I don't think there was another Decidueye in the deck. I don't think I need a DCE again. Lysandering might be nice though. I can just grab a VS Seeker and play End next turn. How many float stones are gone? Are any of them gone? That puts a lot more pressure. I like this play a lot more. I'll keep Revitalizer around just because I'm probably going to play N. Definitely don't want to attack him because that'd be kind of a problem. I'm not going to lie. What I think I am going to do though is I'm going to weaken the one in the back. I'm waiting for him to put down something that I can knock out though. This gives me more Lysander options. I might play Lysander next turn. That's definitely a play I could do. But I'm probably going to go out into Tauros and attack this thing for 20 damage. He can't Mad Bull anymore, so I think it's worth it. That was kind of risky because he knows I'm going to attack with Tauros. He knows I'm attacking with Tauros. I don't know why he did that actually. This here. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Floatstone before he ends me. Do I have it in the deck? I don't even know. Let's take a look what's left. I have 5 cards left in the deck. That's definitely something to keep in mind. I can Revitalizer and play N at some point. Let me go ahead and retreat first before I do anything else. Now, 6. Yeah, there's nothing. He can't hurt me. It can only hurt me if I put him up to, yeah, I have to put everything in range. Unless he has a lot of Lysanders, I don't think we can lose this game. I don't know, it's kind of tough. Like, I'm too tired to think too much. Have I played anything yet? I haven't played Kukui. Is that something to keep in mind? I'm definitely have to keep that in mind for next turn too. I should play Forest sometime soon. There's one more left in the deck. I think I saw it in the deck too. Horn Attack does 60, putting him at 100, meaning he'll have 120 HP left, which is enough to be knocked out next turn by my 3 Decidueyes plus a Horn Attack. Or 2 if I play the Kukui, 2 Decidueyes, but I don't want to play the Kukui because I'm going to run out of cards if I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and Horn Attack here. I might have to play the Kukui though, because I want to weaken this thing to a place to where I can knock it out with Razor Leaf. Right now, if I were to use Razor Leaf on it, it will do 90 damage if I play Kukui, which will put him at 150. 150 plus 60 damage is not enough. He didn't knock us out though, which is good. You can start setting up a second one just in case. We don't want to put the damage one out. That's true as well. So 120, right? That's a knockout. Let's go ahead and do that. You know what else I can do actually? I could attack him with the oh, Rage is already in. I forgot I had Rage. I'm gonna Lysander then. I win, right? I do 150 damage. 150 plus 60 is 210. I think I win. I Feather Arrow once in the back. That puts him in range of knocking him out. Okay. I'm glad I caught that. You go to Lysander. So even if he knocks me out, I Razor Leaf next turn and win. We'll go ahead and Rage. I gotta remember that Rage is an attack. I keep thinking that I can only do 60. But I'm doing 150 right now. Okay. This is cool. I like Tauros a lot. Tauros is a really good card. Rage is a really good attack. It's reminiscent of the Outrage attack that Zekrom and Reshiram had. But yeah, that's game. I have my VS Seeker here, so even if he retreats to avoid it being game, to stall out another turn, we have our last VS Seeker. That pretty much guarantees game. The only thing he could do now is Team Rocket's handiwork, if he has it, but he doesn't have it. That's gonna stop game because I think I have both of them down here already. No, there's only one, so maybe I can draw it, unless it's the last one priced. Oh, I got the VS Seeker, so there you go. The E-Hammer is problematic if I didn't have a Float Stone. Wait a minute. Oh, that was a good play. Oh, that was a good play. Whoops, that was a good play. I have to get something here. I'm gonna have to play Sycamore and try to get a Grass Energy. How many Grass Energies are left? There's a Decidueye. I have 4. No, I don't. 1, 2, 3. There's 1 left in the deck. Oh my god. Alright, Shiinotic. Let me see what's in the deck. I have a Grass Energy. And I have a DC, so there's 2 chances. How many VS Seekers did I have left actually? Let me see. I had 2 more left in the deck. Okay, so now I don't feel as bad getting it. Okay, we didn't whip the energies. We are good. 90 damage. That's already a knockout. No need to use my Feather Arrow. Dope. No, it's not. I have to do this. I'm not. I forgot about the stadium. Actually, we could have just played my stadium, actually. Let me just do that. Not waste any time. Well played to my opponent. That was a good game. This is an hour video. My god. Did a lot of talking in this video, for sure. Those are some good games though. I think Decidueye is very good. Definitely an excellent deck, just because like once you had a lot of practice, it's one of those decks where like you have to practice it, because you have to be able to like really think about where you're gonna put your damage counters, all the things you have which are part of the deck. And because this format's shifting, I think this format's shifting more towards a 2-shot format than it is an Oko format. I mean, that was kind of what it was doing last set, but it's more distinct this set. I think Tauros is very good right now because using Rage is kind of devastating, especially combined with all the damage you can do with this, and it's for only a DCE. Not to mention Mad Bull is just a free knockout pretty much once you've taken a little bit of damage. Razor Leaf can do the damage. I think I only use Razor Leaf because Greninja is a thing. Because even though you like, you know, like, because like a lot of people play Decidueye for just the ability and not the attack. But I think it's worth playing it because Greninja is always going to be a thing. Greninja is going to be very popular. As long as Volcanion's popular, so will Greninja. So Greninja will also be popular, as well as like all these other low HP attacking decks. Not to mention Greninja can really dominate if they get a good feel. That's why I think Razor Leaf is cool, because Razor Leaf does Oko Greninja unless they also play WREAKS Polishing. If that's the case, then you're kind of in a bad spot. I'm not gonna lie. I like the deck build though. I think this is gonna be the deck list I stay with for a bit, because to me, I don't want to do donking. I don't want to get a bunch of Decidueyes out turn 1. What I want to do is I want to win the game. So it's like a long term, kind of like a crawl to win the game, as opposed to just, you know, getting out a bunch of Decidueyes and hoping that you win or you get decked out. And I think Hollow Hunt is definitely a really good GX attack. A lot of people sleep on Hollow Hunt. I think Hollow Hunt is great because you can put back your resources, especially late game. As you saw, we did put back some things that we could have used later. Specifically VS Seekers to get more ends. Is very good against specific decks. I think Tauros is great against things like Lurantis, where they can hit you for 120, but then you just blow them up, and then you can snipe the bench a little bit. That's also why I think Shiinotic's a really good card. I don't think a 2-2 line is necessary at all, though. I think a 1-1 line is okay. If it gets prize and boo-hoo. You can use Ultra Balls to search your stuff out. Just use a little bit more draw support. You can plan around the Shiinotic being prized. I don't think Shiinotic should be played as a 2/2. It's not really worth the bench space, especially in a deck like this where you have to have plenty of bench space available to you. I am talking about a lot of stuff, guys, but that's because I want to make this clear. Make sure that my mindset's clear when I tell you guys the way I build the deck, because that way a lot of you guys apparently are not understanding what I'm talking about when I say it. So I am going to be talking a little bit more about the deck. I don't know, Kukui, I mean, Kukui would have came through if we didn't get the stadium. Actually, no, we had played Sycamore that turn. But Kukui can come through. As you can see, there's some moments where Kukui could definitely come through. We didn't get to show them off, but they are there. And I already talked about weakness policy. I hate that we never run into fire decks, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, share all the good jazz. Let me know down below what decks you want me to play. I have nothing built right now except for maybe Lapras and like a weird Serena deck that I'm thinking about scrapping and like building all new. But let me know down below what decks you want to see me play. And don't forget to answer the comment question of the day for a chance to win some codes. Remember that I am still going to be giving out I'm still going to be giving out one of my shames. I have 5, as you can see. I did get one of these just so I can give it out for the channel as a 1,000 subscriber special. So subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.